Social media is a digital technology which allows the sharing of ideas and information, including text and visuals, through virtual networks and communities. Social media has become a part of our lives, and we are in a position where we cannot live without it. Though it has a lot of good uses and purposes, social media is often misused. Improper usage of social media, engaging in illegal activities like sharing false information, cyberbullying, morphing, and violation of privacy are known as social media misuse. Social media can be misused in the following ways. Spread of misinformation. Social media platforms provide an ideal environment for the rapid spread of misinformation and fake news due to their viral nature and lack of stringent fact-checking mechanisms. False narratives can easily gain traction, leading to widespread public deception and confusion. Examples include the propagation of conspiracy theories about public health crises like the COVID-19 pandemic or misinformation campaigns during elections. Cyberbullying and online harassment. The cloak of anonymity provided by social media emboldens individuals to engage in cyberbullying and harassment. Behind screens, they unleash hurtful comments, threats, and character assassinations. Victims, often unsuspecting, find themselves caught in a web of emotional distress. According to a Pew Research Center survey, 3/4 of U.S. adults who faced online harassment reported encountering it on social media platforms. Targets, often vulnerable individuals such as children or minorities, face psychological trauma and sometimes even physical harm. Cyberbullying incidents frequently occur on platforms like Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat, where users can easily hide behind pseudonyms and evade accountability. One of the best examples of cyberbullying is the recent death of Pranshu, a 16-year-old queer makeup artist who took his life due to cyberbullying. Privacy breaches and data exploitation. Nowadays, privacy has become a very important concern on social media all over the world. 14% of people experienced privacy violations on social media. Privacy violation leads to the unwanted exposure of individual personal information. Social media platforms have been implicated in numerous privacy scandals involving the unauthorized collection and exploitation of user data. Companies like Facebook have faced scrutiny for sharing user data with third-party entities without adequate consent, leading to concerns about surveillance capitalism and the erosion of personal privacy. Furthermore, malicious actors may leverage social media to harvest sensitive information for identity theft or targeted advertising. Mental health impact. Scrolling through curated online personas, users compare themselves incessantly. The pressure to conform to beauty standards, lifestyle trends, and social expectations weighs heavily. Anxiety, depression, and feelings of inadequacy thrive in this environment. Cyberbullying and online shaming exacerbate emotional distress. Researchers have linked heavy social media use to increased loneliness and decreased well-being. The quest for validation becomes a double-edged sword. Addiction and time drain. Notifications, likes, and endless scrolling. Social media platforms are designed to keep users engaged. Hours slip away as real-life interactions and responsibilities fade into the background. The addictive nature of social media impacts productivity, relationships, and overall quality of life. The irony: the more connected we are online, the more disconnected we become offline. We lose social contact with real people and indulge in virtual people or bots. Radicalization and extremism. Extremist groups and hate speech thrive on social media platforms, where they can disseminate their ideologies, recruit new members, and coordinate activities with relative ease. The echo chambers created by algorithmic content curation algorithms exacerbate polarization and radicalization, pushing individuals towards more extreme viewpoints. Challenges in addressing social media misuse. Jurisdictional ambiguity. The borderless nature of the internet presents a significant challenge in enforcing regulations and combating social media misuse. Jurisdictional ambiguity often arises when offenses occur across multiple jurisdictions or when platforms operate from countries with lax regulations. This makes it difficult for law enforcement agencies to hold perpetrators accountable and for governments to implement cohesive regulatory frameworks. Platform accountability and regulation. Social media platforms wield significant power over online discourse, yet they often operate under the guise of tech companies rather than media publishers, avoiding the same level of regulatory scrutiny. This lack of accountability enables platforms to prioritize profit over user safety and facilitates the proliferation of harmful content. Efforts to regulate platforms face pushback from advocates of free speech and concerns about censorship. Technological complexity. The rapid evolution of technology presents a formidable challenge in combating social media misuse. As platforms adopt increasingly sophisticated algorithms and encryption techniques, law enforcement agencies struggle to keep pace with emerging threats. Furthermore, the anonymity and pseudonymity afforded by certain technologies make it difficult to trace and prosecute offenders, exacerbating the challenges of enforcement. Balancing free speech and regulation. The tension between preserving freedom of expression and mitigating the harms of social media misuse complicates regulatory efforts. While interventions aimed at curbing harmful content may seem necessary, they also risk stifling legitimate speech and innovation. Finding the right balance between protecting users from harm and upholding the principles of free speech remains a persistent challenge in regulating social media platforms.